Hello friends, welcome back to the next module. In this module, we will learn about the human excretory system. We will look the different parts of the human excretory system, and along with that, we will study in more detail about kidneys and their external features. Now let's start with the human excretory system. Now, before starting, we need to see the different or the various parts of the human excretory system. Starting with the two main important organs of your excretory system, which are your kidneys. The kidneys continues into two long narrow tube called as ureter, and the ureter ends into a median organ which temporarily stores your urine, which is called as urinary bladder. And the urinary bladder expels the urine via a median narrow tube which is called as urethra. So these are the important structures of the human excretory system. Now along with that, in this diagram we can see two important or major blood vessels supplying the kidneys. First is the main important or the big blood vessel called as aorta, which branches out into renal artery into supplying the each kidneys. And the next big blood vessel we can see is the inferior vena cava. As the aorta brings the oxygenated blood to the kidneys via renal artery, the inferior vena cava carries the deoxygenated blood which is received from the kidneys via renal vein. So these are the two important blood vessels carrying to the kidneys. Now let's continue ahead and we will study in more detail about kidneys. Now let's start with kidneys. First of all, we will see where are the kidneys present. Now inside our body there are two cavities. One is the thoracic cavity and the lower one is called as the abdominal cavity, which is separated by the diaphragm. So these are the two cavities which are present inside the body. Now guess students, in which cavity it is present? Yes, as you can see in the image itself, it is present in the abdominal cavity. Now where inside the abdominal cavity? Anteriorly or posteriorly? It is present posteriorly attached to the posterior body wall. That is the position of your kidneys. How do the kidneys appear? Yes, they appear like dark red in color and bean shape. So these are dark red bean shaped organs. Now here you can see the kidneys which are present on the either side of the vertebral column. So in the middle there is your vertebral column, and the either side on the lateral side there is a kidney present. And how do they are protected? They are protected by your last two pair of the ribs, that is the 11th and the 12th rib. Now from which vertebra till which vertebra the kidney extends? It extends from the 12th thoracic vertebra till the 3rd lumbar vertebra. That is the extension of the kidney if compared to the vertebral column. Now let's see the position of the kidneys. The right kidney is present slightly lower compared to the left kidney. Any guesses, my friends, why the right kidney is lower and the left kidney is up? Yes, any reasons? The right reason is that above your right kidney there is a presence of huge organ, that is your liver. That's why to accommodate the liver, the right side kidney is slightly lower compared to your left kidney. Now when you compare the left kidney with the right kidney, the left kidney is slightly ahead compared to the right kidney. So the right kidney is behind and the left kidney is little anterior. Now what is the reason? The left kidney is a little behind to the right kidney due to a presence of stomach on it. That's why to accommodate anteriorly stomach, the left kidney is slightly behind compared to the right kidney. Now what is the length of the kidney? Each single kidney's length about 10 centimeter. The width of each single kidney is 5 centimeter and the thickness of each kidney is 4 centimeters. So that was the dimension of the kidneys. And if you weigh in females, the weight of about a single kidney is 135 grams, and in males it is slightly heavier compared to females, it is 150 grams. So that was the weight of kidney. And if you see here, we are seeing a cross section of the kidney. We are seeing the transverse section. If you see outside, the kidney is convex, and if you see interiorly or from the middle side, if you see, it is having a inner concave margin which is called as hilus. And if you observe at this concave region, there is entering of blood vessels, nerves and ureter, which either enter or leaves through the hilus. So this is a very important region of kidney which is called as hilus. And now here in this diagram, we are seeing the transverse section of body. So the lower side is your anterior part and the above is the posterior side. In the anterior side, if you observe, there is a huge sac-like cavity present which is called as peritoneum. And the space inside the peritoneum, or the cavity inside the peritoneum, is termed as coelom. Now if you observe behind the coelom, you can see a vertebra, that is the vertebra or the vertebral column, and the either side of the vertebral column you can see the kidneys. But what you can notice, my friends, here that the kidneys are located behind or outside the coelom. Hence the kidneys are also called as extracoelomic because they are outside the coelom. And since they are outside the coelom, they are not present in the sac-like cavity called as peritoneum. That's why they can be also termed as retroperitoneal, where retro means behind and peritoneal meaning peritoneum, present behind the peritoneum. So these are the two important words to describe kidney, that is extracoelomic, outside the coelom, and behind the peritoneum. And one more thing, if you notice, only the anterior surface, the front surface of the kidneys are covered by peritoneum. So that was all for this module, my friends. We studied the human excretory system and the different parts. We also studied in more detail about kidneys and their external features. In the next module, we will study about the different functions of kidney. Till that time, take care.